The countdown to the new IOD release continues. I don't know if I'm early or late because I have nothing to tell time on me. My phone is busy recording, and yeah. So, my name's Lisa, and I'm the owner of Sweet and Sassy Treasures. And I am so happy you're here joining me today. I'm going live every day in the lead up to the new IOD holiday release. Hi, Mary. And you guys, it is such an amazing release. And I hope you can tell the enthusiasm in my voice because that's how good it is. There is not one product that would not appeal to the masses. So I am super excited and I am ready to go. I just need it to be Tuesday. Couple of real quick things. All of the inventory I have from last year is already priced in my store, you guys, at, hi Shannon, 20% off. And you can use the promo code ADME and it won't charge you shipping, and it will just be held until an order next week for the new release. So I'm excited about that. We're going to have golden tickets again. So create your own golden ticket. You just pick any two items from the new release and you'll be automatically entered into the golden ticket group free of charge. I'm getting a lot of glare, you guys, but that'll go away in a minute. I'm scared. I know, right? I know. And that, Kathy, normally I'd say you'll be okay, but this one's crazy, crazy good. Crazy good. The transfers are typically the ones that sell out really quickly. So I do have tons of inventory. So I'm not worried about running out in the first 48 hours for sure. So that's good. I'm going to be going live that day, Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And we'll talk about all the products. We'll do a demo or two. And there will be a giveaway. I haven't done a giveaway in so long. I can't wait to do a giveaway. So I'm going to get started. Cheryl commented on Wednesday, sorry about yesterday, but I was in a groove at Pottery class about the simplicity of this project. And she's right. And I love it. And it was easy to make. It came out beautiful. So I'm hopefully going to continue with the theme of simplicity today. And one of the things that I always struggle with is, you guys know I'm an animal person. I mean, all animals. So like, what do I get my grand pets for Christmas? And I think I came up with a good idea, but we'll see. I haven't done it before. So we have the Christmas kitties from last year, and they will all work for what we're doing today. But my new animal is a golden doodle. So I already cut up my Christmas pup stamps. So there's a Frenchie and then labs, and I don't know. I only know I love them. Oh, right, Kat. Exactly. Me too. That's how I end up spending the crazy amount of money that I spend on the release. Okay, so this is super cool. And this was a product from Hobby Lobby. It's not holiday, so it's not 40% off, but it was only like $3.50. And it measures about 5 by 6, a little smaller than 5 by 6. But it is absolutely perfect for these stamps. So I'm going to get my packaging out of the way. And there are a lot of elements to this, but it's pretty simple. So if you had a little Frenchie, oh, look how cute. That would fit on there perfectly. Then I've got the dog with the present. This is my favorite, that one right there. But I don't know. I like this one too. I might use this one. And there's the dog with the ornament. That one doesn't fit very well. And then you've got the dog in the present. The other thing you can use is a shelf sitter. This is just, 2x lumber. And this was from another project, but you could easily use that. But I like the quote unquote dog house. I think that's what's kind of fun about this. You can use these two to make scenes because they're reversible. So you could have a tall rectangle in the middle and then one on the left and one on the right by reversing it. We're also going to use, these are from Hobby Lobby. Shoot, I don't have the tag for it, but they're like wooden key tags. So I'm going to use this too. And we're going to go ahead, you guys, and we're just going to get started. So the first thing I want to do is I did not want a plain background. So I've been dying for a reason to use this paper. This is called tartan pattern, but that's not what it's called on my website. But it is under this week's live products. Let me see if I can post that here. Yep. So it is in there. Anybody watching on YouTube? Yay! Who's watching on YouTube? Becky. I'm so glad. I still get so excited when I get YouTube viewers. Okay. Let me see what's making this so bright. It has everything to do with the time of day. All right. Did I start my recording? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on. And I'm going to use clear liquid patina. I just shake it a little bit. This is a Ciao Bella paper, so it's not something that I normally have, but I loved it. Fine. I have everything handy, you guys, I think, so I shouldn't have to get up a bunch of times, is my hope. So I'm going to just do a coating on here. We're using lots of fun products, and some of them are so compatible with the new release. I'm going to tell you things that I think if you can do it. I know the new release is going to, that's a lot of money, but I'll tell you things that I think that will be really handy. So I don't want to waste a lot of paper. I'm just going to go on this edge. I don't want to go. I want to go lower. There we go. I think I'm straight, a little crooked. Straighten it out a little. There we go. Smooth that out. Speaking of Charlie, she's not happy because she's not downstairs with my Yorkie. I have my stairs. I'm a ranch, but my stairs are part of the floor plan. And so I have a gate to keep the dogs out. Well, if Luna's not down with me, she barks incessantly. Zoe, my Yorkie, fits through the spindles. And so she comes down here. So Charlie, who's the golden doodle, the puppy, she's too big to fit down the stairs. Hi, Lori. Okay. Oh, I should have wiped the edge of that. So I'm going to dry this real quickly. And there are a couple options I have here. So I could stamp in white. Shannon, I know it is. It's the FOMO is real. But here's the thing, right? One of the 15 items is not limited release. So that automatically makes it easier. But the problem is it's so cool that, it's going to be hard not to get it. And I'm not going to help this any. There's no repetition either. Like you had the kitties and the puppies. Maybe I didn't need both. There's no repetition. I can't say enough about, I'm just going to be quiet. All right. So I could stamp this in white and it would be okay. But I like more of a handmade feel to it. So I'm going to whitewash like I do. So not a lot of this background is going to show. That's just personal preference, right? So I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to end up using. I love both of them. It's such a hard choice. So I need to let that cool off a little bit. So products I'm using today. Pentart Snow Paste. Do you have to get snow paste? No. You could use embossing medium. You could use structure paste. The advantage of snow paste is whatever formula it is, it's just chunkier. But that doesn't mean that you have to get it, right? You could use over whatever texture medium you use, clear liquid patina and clear German glass glitter, and that would be beautiful. I'm going to use ice crystal paste over the top of mine. It just is a different consistency. And then I have these two pens, an ice crystal pen and a snow crystal pen. The ice crystal pen is translucent. The snow crystal pen is more opaque. And that's going to help me make these snowflakes pop a little bit. We're not going to have a lot of background. Oh, Shannon, one on each side. That is a good idea. I like that. But I used these. You're gonna want these. I'm just saying you're gonna want these. I'll just leave it at that. So again, I got to let that chill for a minute. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to paint this white. Again, you guys, if you missed it, these are from Hobby Lobby. My background for this, I actually used beadboard white, which is only because that's what I had handy. It was in the front and I was in a hurry. And it's a true white, like a stark white. And it's not the white that I necessarily prefer. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. I'm going to use Dark and Decrepit on this first. So here's my Dark and Decrepit. And I know it's stringy. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I was able to get some out. So Dark and Decrepit works as a really cool water-based stain. So I'm going to do that first. And on virgin wood, it soaks in. So I don't know if you guys remember, but my husband is a high school principal, and today's homecoming. And ironically, he's principal at my alma mater. So it's super, super fun, which is why my live is early today. And I'm going to do both sides. What made me think of that is, do I really want to walk around with all this stuff on my hands for the game? So I'm trying to be a little careful. And that'll dry pretty quickly. I'm just going to go in the direction of the wood grain here. Oh, shoot, I'm not on camera. I'm sorry. All right. Now I'm going to put that in the corner there and let that dry for a hot minute. And we'll go back to this. Happy Friday, Linda. I'm looking for, you guys, this is so bad. I made sure everything was handy. Here is my sanding block. So I'm just propping that up on a board. So that I don't sand into my table. You could use any plaid Christmas paper, I think would be super cute for this. So tomorrow's Saturday. I think I'm live at 4 tomorrow. I'm planning on going to pottery class, which can throw a wrench into things. So I might change the time. It's not really class, it's open studio tomorrow. So now I'm going to want to just cut into this. To make it easier to sand. Cut right into that corner because I still want that sand edge. Here we go. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to save that because that is fabulous. Look how cute that is. We're a little bright here. Where's my? See if I can't get a little more contrast. I think that's a little bit better. I love plaids too. Christmas plaid is so fun. Okay, those sides are going to get painted black. But the first thing I need to do is, First thing I need, big top. Just a little. Me arguing with myself. Because this way, if I whitewash, I'm going to want to wipe that back. I don't always win those arguments either, you guys. That's what's funny. Gosh, I'm so excited. This would be, if you haven't tried the gilded transfers yet, Christmas is the perfect excuse for them. Excuse? Occasion? Excuse. I'm not sure where that word came from. But you know, that might be something that you wait on a little bit. I think it's still, my pottery snowmen are for sale. Shannon, I have the one, I have to show you there. It's a set of 3. So I have to show you all 3 of them. I love them so much. Thank you. You just, Shannon bought everything that I had posted so far, and it's just so unbelievably appreciated. I'm so humbled. Let's see. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to paint this black. I've got the big top on there, so that's going to work well for the sides, because I like that black to come onto the surface. I think it just adds a little something. So the yesterday I made, oh my God, here's why I wasn't live yesterday. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to pottery because Thursday is my actual class day. Any other time I go, it's like open studio. And I'm just going to make a bunch of Christmas trees because it's Christmas season. And my niece and nephew do a holiday show. and I always help them by doing ceramics. And I thought, well, it would be fun to have some of my pottery, right? So I wanted to make Christmas trees. And the first one I made, which Shannon is like the ones that you bought, only I'm making the star so that it dangles off, like metal. Anyway, I wanted to make one that was really whimsical and larger. Well, larger turned into ginormous, and I couldn't get it off the form that it was on. So I had to slice it, and it's like at least 12 inches. So I had to slice it, and then, you slip and put it back together. I don't know if it's going to survive the kiln, but that's what I was in the middle of when I would have had to have left. And if the clay got too dry, it just, I would have been SOL. All right, so I'm just bringing some of this black onto the surface. Already we can see how cute it's looking, right? Look at that. Oh, Shannon, I was so excited. So my third one that isn't pictured, it's super cute. When they picked it up to put it in the kiln, because it's not their work, they're not really aware of the construction. Like, they don't look at every single piece. So when they grabbed it and hit the scarf, and it got a really clean crack. So I had to fire and make a snowflake, and it looks super cute. It goes over that spot. So I made 3, and I'm debating about whether I want to add the other 2 snowflakes to the other 2 scarves. So that's the story with that. And I was super happy with them. But I used speckled clay yesterday too, which it has a little bit of a different consistency. And I'm thinking about creating a page where the people at my ceramic group, where they could post all their stuff for anybody who's interested, because they're super talented. And, everybody's my age. There's probably a couple younger, a little bit older. And I think it would be really nice for them to have an avenue if they choose or want to. And I don't know. It's something that I'd like to do. I thought about posting them on my page, but I think it would just be confusing because they wouldn't be my work. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. I have a witch that is in bisque right now, and I haven't gotten around to glazing her. I need to do that. See how good that looks when you just do that? I feel like I'm procrastinating. All right, so now, where's my little guy? So I decided that I thought this one is the better size, right? He would actually look cute in white. I don't know though. I gotta just go with my gut. All right, so I'm going to just paint. So I've got some paint on there. I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to switch to a wave brush. So the wave brushes, I got to get the right size, are so cool because they give you that dry brush look. And even though I'm using white on white, it looks different because you're layering and it becomes so opaque. You got to move your stamps when you're using any heat gun. So now I'm going to just use my wave brush, go into my white. Now I can just get some heavier areas. And I'd rather go lighter and add like I'm doing. And I always just go vertical and horizontal. When I'm doing this, I don't do cross hatch, whatever I'm trying to say. Get a little bit of D&D in there. But if I were to just use the wave brush from the beginning, I wouldn't get the coverage. It would just take forever. You just keep going over it. You know, maybe I want to go totally to the outside like that, because that's kind of cool. And we're going to dry that. I think my tag is probably dry. I have to see where I put that. Oh, it's here. And I could have done my tag in black. Hi, Terry. What you made the other day, I don't think you can post a picture. Terry, put the link. Do you mind putting the link to, please put the link to your Facebook page where you made that gorgeous, gorgeous mannequin, and put the link to where they can buy it, because I'm not allowed to sell them. So you guys, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. Decoupage Queen has some molds and they're so cool, but I'm under contract with IOD, so I can't sell them. But my friend Terry can. Terry's gonna put her link. And you've got to see what she made. And she did it live. So there's a tutorial. So cool. All right. That's going to be good. I think I'm going to have to continue the white just a smidge more here. And I'll wipe back so it won't look so deliberate or intentional. Okay. Oh, Terry, yay! You guys, you have to see this. And the molds are awesome. They're so awesome. I bought them for myself. I'm not going to lie. I did. All right. I'm going to, I got to think about this one. I think I have to be consistent. So I think that's going to have to be dry brushed white. The same kind of idea, but I'm going to use just a wave brush on this. Let me move this out of the way. Terry is so good. Oh, yay! You guys, she posted it. Terry is as beautiful inside as she is outside, and outside she's drop dead gorgeous. All right, so I like this. That's kind of fun, right? I like that. I'm going to dry it so I can do the back. Yes, she does. Terry's incredible. I miss her terribly. We virtual met, but we didn't meet in person until the retreat. And I said, I was laughing. It was the first time I met Lynn Brundage in person too, Ellen J. Goods. And I told them both, I'm like, we're best friends. We are now best friends. You're my best friends. Mary's like, what about me? I'm like, okay, you were my first best friend. God, it was like girl crush. Just total girl crush. I like that. I think that's going to be good. I'm still going to wipe the edge, and I can always come back in with D&D if I want to. I love Terry. I haven't seen Terry's auctions. God, you guys, I haven't done an auction in so long. I'll do one. What am I saying? This is auction time of year. Right? Right? I forgot to do another coat. I'm gonna have to grab my blue ice brush back. This is a size 10. It's like the perfect medium size. So I needed to do another coat. So I got some depth. Terry, if you're still here, would you please put the link to the molds so that people can check them out? Okay, we're good. We're doing it. So now here's the next big dilemma. My preferred stamping medium is paint. So when you look at these two stamps, you look at where it's dense. So it's dense like in here, by the eyes, by the nose. If when you flip it over, you feel like the lines, the stamp lines are going to give you your impression. If they're too close together, in that area, paint will make a blob. I'm even going to thin my paint out a little bit, but that's something to think about. So this one, just by looking at the ink impression that IOD puts on there, I can tell that it more than likely will stamp beautifully in paint. This one, I might be a little bit more nervous. So, and this is definitely too big, but we're going to use this to prove my point. Not that it needs to be proved. I don't mean it that way. Where's my sheet of paper? So, and this is, I get asked this a lot. So ink is easier to do first. So I'm going to, again, this is the one I'm not using, and it's going to help me make my decision. Let me see, I need more light. 1 o'clock, baby. Tracy, today. Thank you for sharing. 1 o'clock today. Tomorrow's 7, I think. Tomorrow's 7, which would make more sense because I knew I was planning on going to Open Studio. So here's ink, and I do this step anyhow. I ink and I offload onto paper because you just get a better impression. So I'm going to ink this little, I was going to say this little puppy on here, you know. Go ahead. Oh my God, good. Terry just put the link to the mold, you guys. Look at, seriously? Could that be any cuter? I think not. I just don't think it could be cuter. All right, so now I'm going to wipe that off. And now I'm going to use black paint. And I am going to thin it a smidgen because it will flow better. It won't coagulate as much. Need something to stir that with. Did I get enough in there? Might still be a little too thick. You don't want it runny. Rachel, so that's a really good question. And here's how I'm going to answer that. Even though I didn't do it 2 days ago, it's even more important to do it on fabric because you really want your stamp to be juicy. Okay, so now we're going to look at, well, what's the difference if I use, oh, both my good brayers are, it's a crappy brayer, but it's going to have to do. This was long before I had IOD, I had this one. Okay, so now we're going to go in with paint. And we're going to do them right next to each other so we can see. I love this thing. So this was a really, really good example. So you can tell more definition with the ink, but a lot more vibrant with the paint. And you destroy prayers? You know what, Shannon, it's funny that you bring that up because I think I did one of mine. I think I've destroyed it. I can't get the surface completely off of it, so it's useless except for paint inlays. So in this case, what's going on with the eyes might be enough for me to use the ink. So that's another really good reason. But I'm using this image. You know, what would the ink look like versus paint? I have to use paint. I just have to. So I'm going to offload on here, flip it over. And you don't want a lot. You just want an even coating. So if when I do this, I absolutely hate it, I'll just wash it off and switch to ink. And using this thing ensures that I have even pressure everywhere. When I use my hands, they stick because they're sweaty. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. So now I feel like I'm safe. Again, you don't want it drippy. If you get it drippy, you're going to get globs on here, and then your impression will be globby. I am going to take and wipe off where I got it on the back of the sheet. So I'm going to line this up the best that I can. You don't want to mess with it too much because if it shifts, you're going to get, Brenda, you do too? I like that. That's cute. Okay. Now, I'm going to dry that. I couldn't seal my white paint because then I wouldn't be able to wipe back at this stuff. So I'm going to take a baby wipe. And I'm going to wipe back. You know, and I want this to look thin on this edge. So I'm not going to rub hard, but I'm going to pull it away. Just getting some of that background. Not sure why I thought I needed to go heavier there. So I don't know. I'm sure everybody follows Lynn. Yeah, the end screws fall out. Really? Press whatever completely off. Yeah, you have that like window of opportunity. But Lynn made the cutest thing with Tim Holtz products the other day. I didn't get to see the whole video. It wouldn't have hurt to do one more coat of Big Top on that background. I'm going to take any brush here and my black paint. Go back over that edge. You know, and I'm not afraid to go a little bit in. There we go. Let that dry. Oh my God, I wanted to go to that. And she still had one spot left, but it's like I didn't know how I'd physically get there. She was trying to talk me into driving because I can go through Canada, but 4.5 hours. I didn't know what airport I could fly into. Okay, let me just pull this back a little. I don't want it to look abrupt. More naturally aged. Like me, naturally aged. I cracked myself up. Okay. Now, because I need dry time, I'm going to flip it up. And we're going to go to the snow paste. And I want to get it on the rooftop first. And I'm going to use a palette knife. So this is gritty, which is what makes it different than the rest of the products. You know, and I don't necessarily want it even. I think it would, you know, clump up there. It would certainly clump in here. Front here, the edge, not the side, right? Gravity. And it would be thicker here. I will eventually paint the back of this. You know, a little bit along the side. Normally, I let this dry before I go on to the next step, but during a live, you don't have that luxury. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to bring some of that onto the front. And then I think it would go a little bit on the bottom too. So that gives you that snowy texture, but it doesn't give me the bling that I so desperately desire. Don't want it on there because it won't sit. Just wondering how Troy handled you going away. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, oh yeah. That would be hard. Okay. I need to kickstart the drying of this. Cheryl and Suzanne, my Michigan peeps. Oh, oh, Terry, that's so hard. All right. I've never tried to layer it quite so quickly. I'm going to set that down there. I'm going to let that sit back for a second and go to this. I'm going to wipe the edges. And now remember that D&D that I had on my plate over here? I'm going to take and I'm going to age this. I'm going to try something here too. See if I can get that D&D to run. I'm going to water it down on my plate. Spray it. There we go. Now it's doing it. I'm going to take my heat gun, go around that right there. Take my heat gun so that I can dry it. I just want this to look super aged. I would really, really, really like a drip there. You know, and I'm okay with letting it run the other way too. See if I can get that to dry in place. And I'm only going to do the front of it. Oh, Terry, you're so sweet. What happened to Deb? So I don't know if you can see, but I'm moving like that drip around, which will make it really cool because that will dry drippy like that. So doing this in dark and decrepit, you can make a really good argument for having done the outside of the house in dark and decrepit. I'm going to go in with my snow crystal pen right now because I'm trying to negotiate dry time and stuff. And I'm going to create some snowflakes. Snowflakes. And they're sparkly. They're really pretty when they dry. I think I'll put some on my little puppy. All right, I'm going to stop with that for now. I haven't officially pulled out all my snow paste. Oh my God, Terry, I just leave everything out. I'm such a slob. So the ice crystal paste is going to be more translucent. I may have to shift gears. I might have grabbed the wrong one here. Hold on, you guys. I think I have a bigger one. That's strange. Anybody else have trouble with these foil tops? So that's what it looks like when it's dry. All right. So I'm going to take a brush. And let's see here, somewhere I can grab it. I'm going to want to stir this up because the crystals can settle. use what's on here. I'm just going to go right over the top. So by using a brush, I'm able to like pat it on. I'm just getting those sides before I move to the front. Okay, spot where I can hold it. Why is it everything is so much better with glitter? Glitter and bling. It is definitely easier if it's dry. Looks like a hot mess right now. I'm not sure this is the right color. I'm just looking to see where I'm going to want to put this. There we go. I'm going to cut it. I may not use it, but I'm going to cut it and see what I think. I got my sewing scissors right here because I'm not sure this is even the right color. I don't hate that. So this, I'm not sure is even going to match you guys. So I may have to go in a different direction with it because it's going to hang from here somehow. Hi, Sheila. I can show you what the plan was at least. So it depends. I was going to hang it from there. Thought about hanging it from here. It's just, it doesn't match. It just doesn't have the same vibe. Let me see here. I mean, it's a really cool finish probably for something. I just don't know that it's a cool finish for this. My tones are off. It's okay. And that has to dry. I probably should have brought some dark and decrepit in there. Just take this. Oh, that's hot. That's a really cool finish. Again, not sure it's appropriate for this. But I don't care. All right. Okay, now looking for, oh, I know where I put it. No, I don't. Yes, I do. There we go. So this is Charlie's First Christmas. So I have to figure out, these will work. May not fit. Nope, those are going to be too big. That's my favorite font right there. I'm going to have to go to, nope, that one doesn't have a Y. Okay. Oh, did my Y just show up? Nope, wrong Y. Okay. Let me look at, your press is too big. I promise I'm getting somewhere with this. I definitely think I needed to add some D&D to this. Normally I use the plastic sheet that comes in with the apothecary stamp, but I've misplaced them all. Normally I would also use something with a grid line. Okay, before I do that, do I want to do that? So I think by adding the ribbon to this tag, it's going to tie everything together, but it may not. They are easy to lose. I can't believe we lost a Y already. So I just want something on here like a stamp. I don't want words. Actually, I have Merriam Bright is what I should be using, but that's all right. I'm just going to use this. This is just stone gray ink. I just wanted some interest to the background. That's good enough. That's the ephemeral type stamp. Okay, because I'm going to use black ink or black paint, my title or my lettering will show up well. And I'm not going to stamp the whole thing, you guys, because it will take me forever. Charlie's First Christmas. I could put Charlie in the year. All right, good enough. Let's just see where we end up here. And this I will not offload. That's cute. And then I have this ribbon and this ribbon. I think I like this ribbon. Hobby Lobby. Hopefully it's not wire ribbon. Good, it's not. And I'm going to feed that through. I'm just going to cut off a decent length. Let's go back more to process. Yeah, I don't, the colors are off a little bit for me, but that's okay. I was pretty sure I was good with the colors, but it can be the right way, yeah. I'm hoping maybe this ribbon ties it all together. This still all has to dry. It's still so milky. It'll dry clear. And then that is going to hang from there. I have to decide whether I want the bow or not. I don't know that I do. Or I may use a different one. But I'm going to let this dry, you guys, and I'll let you know my final thoughts. This I'm absolutely in love with. Just in love with it. This one, it could be the background paper. I don't know, something just isn't working for me, but maybe it'll change when it's dry. But super fun. I think you could make like a dog stocking. That's the other thing I'm thinking about doing with these, dog and cat stocking, where you stamp these on fabric and then cut the fabric out and stitch it on. Yes, it should say naughty list. You're so right. That's exactly what it should say. But I love this ribbon. I have to wait for it to dry. Not sure about this ribbon. But I'll figure something out. All right, thanks you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, a stocking. And I already have the idea. I think I'm going to do it on like more of a yellow canvas, and I'm going to stamp each of the different animals out and stitch it on. Fun little thing around the top. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, Claire, it just needs to be a smaller ribbon, and that for sure would work. Yeah, this doesn't work. And I've got, Lord knows I've got enough ribbon here. But my small check, I have to dig for it. I had this one, but I think that's too creamy. Yep, I meant sorry to cut it down. Oh my God, no. Here's the deal. I don't love this. You know, I'm going to be the first to tell you. I think I need it dark and decrepit to make everything go. Having said that, when it dries, oh, here's another thing that I do though. And I love this. You'll see something I made for the release. I did this. I had a video tutorial, but I don't think I'm going to have time to edit it. So I take, well, that's still wet. I hope it's wet enough. I don't know. I take my sheer frost German glass glitter, and I zhuzh everything up. Thank God I still have something I can hold on to. And it just gives it an extra level of oomph. But I usually do it sooner. I may have waited too long for some of this. But I think once it dries, we'll be good. Oh, Claire, that's so smart. Thank you, sweetie. See, I appreciate it. You will never believe me. When something's just not right, I'm going to own it, girl. But I think when this dries, the other thing I could do is go in and just hit this with sheer frost. That might be kind of cool too. But we'll see. Everything needs to dry. I appreciate you guys so much. So tomorrow at 7 o'clock, you guys, if I have time, I will lay out, I won't do it live, but I'll lay out my idea for the stocking. I may even make it in advance. I don't know if I'll have time. And that could be really fun. Really, really fun. All right, you guys, I appreciate you. Please check out Terry's video. It was incredible. If there's anybody that hasn't seen the molds, hold on. You can get them from Terry. Give me half a second, half a minute. I'm sorry, I don't know where Pam put mine, but you can check them out on Terry's. Thanks, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.